Greetings, guys. I am here. I am back. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Friday is upon us tomorrow, luckily. So, today I actually picked a topic to discuss. I'm probably not going to read it until we have a couple more in stream, but we're going to actually have something to talk about it. Now, I'm going to be reading this paragraph, and then we can go on and try to, discuss it, get some opinions from everybody, so forth. It's really weird that I don't like this setup. Huh. Just trying to find it here. What's up, Cheese Leaf? Thanks for coming. Perfect. Let's do it. Ugh. Oh. Okay. Let me shuffle those first. How you doing, Cheese Leaf? Hope your gaming has been going good. I haven't had a chance to come in. Every time I see you, I'm doing something or working or something. Thank you, Mick. Mick is always my loyal liker. He always likes my stream every time I stream. That's so nice. I really appreciate that. Good, good. Alright, let's see. Man, it's gotta rain already. This biometric pressure has been giving me a sinus headache fucking all day. That's how I've been feeling. Fucking sinus headache. Oh my god. And usually when it starts raining, then and the skies open up, then it goes away. But it didn't happen today. It passed by. So it's getting better. It's definitely way better than it was earlier today. But oh my god, I like when it then starts raining. My pain goes away. It's weird. Never had these problems in Europe, man. I'll tell you that. Only when I moved to the U.S. here in Florida. Holy fuck. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Cheese Leaf. Okay, okay. It's kind of a bit of both here. Okay, so the King of Pentacles inverted. Okay, so that looks a little bit like a financial trouble, okay? It's like when it comes to money, it's like a swindler, corrupt money dealings, a cheat, okay? So this is definitely in your direct environment. You know, of course, I cannot know, is it you or, is it somebody around you? But it is definitely in your area. So beware of that, So, we got the Four of Swords here. This is actually, this is a good card. This is talks pretty much about you're kind of taking a rest, okay? You're re-energizing yourself, rest, retreat, exile, inverted thought, okay? So almost like in a mundane but still kind of like a meditative state, which is good. It's like you're taking a mental break, if you will. Okay? So that's that. So now we got the World. This is a great card. So it looks like you've come to a close of a journey. Victoriously and triumphantly, you concluded a cycle or a journey. Okay, so that's really good. That's probably why it says here with the Four of Swords that you're kind of taking a little bit of a rest now. Completion of a cycle or journey, triumph, a hard fought victory, successful outcome over adversity. So that's good. But beware of the swindler there. Beware of the swindler. The swindler is definitely around you. I almost feel like it's female. It's a female swindler. I don't know why. It just like came in my head. I don't know. But yeah. So that's what it's looking like. I have a hard time mixing my cards today. What the hell's going on? I've been this headache has me so all day. Like at work, I fucked up multiple times, which I never do, and it's like, oh my god. No. Well, my computer doesn't look good, but weird. Whatever. Oh, okay. Maybe it's doing it now. There's like a real crazy lag on my computer. That's. Oh, it looks like it's back to normal now. Okay, good. Okay. What was I saying? Shit. Talking about something. Oh yeah, I wanted to say, I know there's not many of you here right now, but I still want to say it. I'm going to say it again later on too. I really want to thank. So many people have been trying to boost and comment on my fundraiser that I'm having for my cat's surgery right now, and it's really, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't really helped much. But I mean, it has helped a little bit. I have a little bit of money together at least to take her to her appointment on the 23rd, I think it is. So that, anything helps. It doesn't matter, I'm not the type of person. Anything helps. Just the fact that I have the money to take her to the appointment is huge for me. So I don't know if anybody's in here that shared or boosted or donated, but if you did share or my fundraiser or boosted it or donated, I really want to thank you for that. I appreciate you very much. I've been getting like up to like 700 views on my posts on TikTok about my fundraiser, and I'm really appreciative of people trying to help, Even, I understand a lot of people don't have money, so they can't really donate money, but they're trying to share the street or the fundraiser. So that's help too, it doesn't matter. So I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful for the big, amount of viewers that I have gotten over the last. Because I post it every day. I don't care because I'm trying to collect this money for her surgery. She's doing okay. She's doing what she's always doing, sleeping a lot. And just eating and drinking and using litter box, and that's pretty much it. Cuddles here and there, but she's okay. She's okay. She's seemingly a little more energetic the last 2 days, which is good. So, but yeah. Yeah, guys. So if you want, all you gotta do is perfect. I'll get you another one. That's what I was just gonna say. If you want a one card reading, just say so. I got you. And if you want a 3 card reading, spend those crystals. Okay, let's see. Yes. Ooh. Okay. The Ace of Swords. That's a great card. Okay, so that is power, superior inner strength, situation leading to victory, determination, courage. That kind of aligns with the world card that you had earlier. Okay, so you are definitely led into this direction of victory, of winning a battle of some sort. You know, that's really awesome. So now the Queen of Swords is not really ideal. There's a loneliness, anxiety, sadness, a widow, someone carrying a burden. Again, female. Again, there's this female negative presence of some sort is what I'm kind of sensing here. This person seemingly is this way, and that's maybe why she will be a swindler. You know, that's something along those lines is what I'm sensing. Then here we have the Three of Wands. This is a good card. You're patient. You're anxiously awaiting the fruits of your labor, because you have been working hard. Okay. Seemingly, that also the reason why the world. Okay, coming to a closure, finishing a cycle. Reflection on your efforts. Okay. So that is also aligns with your 3 or 4 of Swords that you had, where it's about inverted thought, it's about exile, it's about rest, retreat. Okay, that's almost along those lines. You're just kind of like simmering and waiting for what you've worked for hard to come back, and you know, you get your reward pretty much. So that's that. I'm using my awesome glass that I found today. Love it. Yeah, guys, so if you want psychic readings, just spend those channel points, or spend those bits. No, I can't really do card tricks, no. Not something. Yeah? That's cool. You know, I always had like this because you know they call them magicians or whatever, but it's illusionists, right? Because essentially, sorry, but my hair looks like shit today. Oh my god, is this weather, man? Because you know, essentially I'm a magician, right? I'm a shamanka, so it's magic involved. Now, these magicians that do what you're talking about, they're illusionists. That's what they do, right? And I've always been so. I love that shit. I love that shit. But of course, I'm always nosy too. I'm like, you gotta tell me, how did you do it? How did you do it? You know, but no, voodoo is not an illusion. Voodoo is just another. Voodoo is another form of magic. Voodoo, if I were to describe it, like the difference with voodoo is that voodoo oftentimes is directly influencing other people. You know, with your magic, right? Whereas though, like shamanism, for instance, or witchcraft is more of a general thing of magic release, you know, or magic workings. Spells on Etsy? What is that? What, they're selling spells on Etsy or some shit? What? I mean, No, I know. I have my own Etsy shop. That's why I was like, okay. See, for instance, I sell my readings on Etsy. Okay, I sell literally readings on Etsy, but nobody's ever bought them. Like, I don't know, the algorithm is not fitting me in or something. But people will buy from stuff from my shop here and there. But I mean, essentially, that's really hard for me to say because I don't know. I can tell you if I were to sell a spell on Etsy, then it would be real, okay? But the way it is like there's a lot of like stuff to it because first of all, it's kind of frowned upon to do it that way. You know, it's always kind of a little bit in my culture. It's frowned upon to do even magic for other people. You know, you're really always just supposed to kind of do it for yourself. Now, if you do it for other people, then you know, of course, I guess you can sell your spells. But if I can, I don't know what the hell that just was. But I can always just kind of recommend that somebody should, if they want to practice and they want to put a spell on something or work a ritual of some sort, they should just do it on their own. Because you can just write your stuff however you want. It's about the intention. It's about the force, about the thought, about the feeling behind the ritual that you put out. It's not about like how it's written or something. You can write it however you want. You know, of course, there are certain criteria that are, you know, if the things rhyme, then it's better, easier for you to roll off the tongue and you know, say it repeatedly, etc., etc. You know what I mean? So there are stipulations to it, but I find it kind of weird, like selling spells on Etsy. That's just, I don't know. No, so demons is a thing of the Catholic Church, right? Demons, the Catholic Church is the church that believes in demonic possessions, and that demons actually exist. When you read, the more you read into witchcraft, paganism, all that stuff, you will eventually hit the part where you can know that, where you will read that what the Catholic Church looks at as demons and has demonized, these are actually pagan gods from all realms of the world, from all cultures and traditions and countries and lands of the world. They're not demons, they're gods. But of course, because the Catholic Church is very strict on there's only one God, you know, everything else is a demon. Now, that's not at all what it actually is. So yeah, so the demons slash gods slash spirits, whatever, yeah, they will, it is, they're, so it depends, okay? Because there is a difference between you producing this magic. I've said this before. You producing and you doing this and bringing this into being, and you having a little bit of a push of help from your gods. Okay. So these are the things that the gods practice Galder. That's the opposite of Seder, which Seder is like the black magic, okay, pretty much, or the, you know, cursing, the negative way of using magic. And then you have Galder, which is that's what the gods use to you know, to practice magic. And it is really a thing of feeling. Now it depends also when, for instance, if you're practicing Satanists, there are a lot of Satanists that practice rituals, magic. Now they personally believe strong, you know, their belief lies that there's something that's called magic, magi, if you will, that they're, you know, it's an energy outlet, it's a magnetism, and it's they are responsible entirely for it, because they don't believe that there's any other beings or anything else outside of themselves that is doing this. Okay, their fate is determined by themselves. Everything, destiny, it's all their responsibility, because they don't believe in gods at all, Satanists, right? So now, when you're like me, where I have a very, my outlook is very satanic in a way, because the word Satanist is really just a Satanist is a hyped up atheist. A Satanist is a person that is an atheist with some of the spirituality infused into them, right? Pretty much. So, but I do very much value my traditional shamanism as well. So, you know, it is, for me personally, it's a feeling. When I practice, when I do a ritual, there's a feeling, and I can feel whether, is it me that produced this now, or because you can also purposefully reach out. You know, if you reach out to these gods, to these beings, right, then you can know, okay, they're listening to you, because we are told by one specific author that the gods will forget about us. They will literally forget that we are here in this sense, and we must remind them that we exist, we humans. So by doing shamanism, by practicing, by holding rituals and ceremonies, you call upon them, and they get awoken, and then they will work for you. But it depends. It depends whether you call upon them. It depends on whether you yourself say, I am putting this now. I am changing fate. I am releasing this energy. I am working this magic. Or you call upon Freya, or, you know, Wotan, or whoever, Frigga, whoever whoever's your god, Anubis. You know, it depends on what area you're from. What do you feel drawn to is what I tell people. You know, when people ask me, so where can I start? How can I do this? It's like, first of all, I would always start with where are your roots? You know, where are your ancestors really from? You know, so by that you can then connect, because then you can know, you know, my ancestry. I was born and raised in Germany, and I'm half German, and I'm half Serbian. My father was from Serbia. So it is literally the Germanic tribes are my ancestors. And then, of course, what came before them, you know, the Egyptians, etc., etc., etc. But I am drawn to this because I am from there. That is where I was born. That is where all my ancestors, you know, for generations were there. So it's like, so it's like, that's what I'm drawn to. So that's what I use. So to answer that question, it's like, that is not paganism, right? Paganism is, I mean, it could come across as worship, but it's more like I said, it's like a calling, right? It's like you use the gods as tools, pretty much, right? Now back then, our ancestors, for instance, there would be particular gods that they would you know, that were responsible for certain things. Like, for instance, Thor was responsible, you know, for the weather. You know, with his hammer, he you know, he creates thunder. He creates thunderstorms. Wotan was responsible for the weather too. So depending, you know, you want to have a good harvest, you call on the certain god. Say, please, you know, let me have good harvest. And then, of course, you can always give sacrificial things. You know, in the Germanic tribes, it was, you know, it was, most of the time, it was blood rituals. You know, it was some kind of animal that was sacrificed to appease the god, right? That were the times then, and that was the norm then. Now, in the Slavic area, at the same time, it was very much frowned upon to do anything like that. You would give the gods things like honey and flowers and bread, etc., just like the Egyptians did. Whereas an equivalent, for instance, the Andean religions were very much about blood sacrifice and beheading. Was like the biggest thing that they did for their gods. So depending on what region, but it's never such a worship. It's never like, it is way more natural, let's put it this way. You don't have, yeah, you have the certain times of the year. The certain times are the equinoxes, basically, right? Those are the times where the changes of the year, the changes in the wheel of the year, that's where you do your rituals. That's where you look upon the gods. That's where you celebrate the gods, right? But it's never a doctrine, right? It's not indoctrinated like any Christian church, where you go to church on Sundays, you cannot drink alcohol, you cannot eat meat on Fridays. These are all things that are not like this. There are kind of like a little bit of rules when it comes to the Slavic gods, but it's more like suggestions, guidelines, and help. But it's never that if you do not do this, then you are condemned to hell. It's not like that. It is more of a natural thing. It is more of an ancestral thing, right? Because the gods are our ancestors. Our gods are our great 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 grandfathers, grandmothers, aunts, uncles, all of that. We are related to these people that are now gods, and no longer gods dwelling on this earth. And they were gods because they had a higher clairvoyance than regular humans. I believe that was the case. And but they're now gods, and there's more of a friendship going on. They're always around us. They're always there somewhere, but oftentimes they forget about us. But it's never like this. It was, and back then, paganism wasn't even a word. Paganism didn't even exist. It was just a way of life. That's just how it was. No, it's cool. No, it's I like talking because that's what I'm here for, really. Um, ugh, man, I bet y'all Odin all the time. Trust me. Trust me. I get so pissed off. I'm like, Odin, you are, you're pissing me off. Like I say it, it's totally okay, because the gods are very much, they like to ridicule too. When they're bored, they look upon us and they remember us, like, oh man, let me look at my little humans down there or wherever, and let me mock them. So it's like, for instance, when you ask, who do you call upon? Good example. For instance, you can call upon Freya. Freya is, for instance, a god of harvest and of fertility, right? So you can call upon Freya if I don't know, for a woman, if you want to get pregnant, for instance, or for a man, you want to have a baby with your partner or something. You could call upon Freya, and you can say, Freya, try to please bless me to have a child, because this is the god of fertility, for instance, right? Freya, his sister, is the goddess of beauty, right? So they have their designated places, pretty much. Now, you can never go wrong with calling upon Odin, Vuotan, right? You can never. What you want to do is, it doesn't matter what you want to do. You can always talk to Odin at all times, because Odin is the All Father, the Allvater. He is the ruler of the Aesir, of all the gods, pretty much. In the Germanic tribes, this is Germanic now. What I'm talking about. When you go to the Slavic religions, you have Dolya and Nedolya, which is Fate and Doom, the sisters, for instance. You have Boginia Marena, which is the goddess of life and death. You have, so very many. You have Veles, which is also god of fertility. So it is. That's why I tell people, in order to have kind of a guideline on where you should start and how you should go about that, look into your heritage, because that would be the most fitting then, for you. You see, like, for instance, you turn out that your ancestors are from Egypt, right? Like, okay, makes sense than to look into maybe really the Egyptian, maybe Sumerian, Mesopotamian gods and people that roamed this area. You know, you're from Greece, look into all of the Greek gods, you know, like, well, the Roman gods, but Greek gods, like, you know, demigod Hercules, fucking Zeus, all of them, you know. So because ultimately all of these stories about all these different gods are very similar, right? Odin and Zeus. We got fucking Thor and Hercules in a way, but also the Slavic god. I forget his name now. Well, we have Thor and the Slavic too, but you know, they all the stories are they align. They're very similar, right? So it is really just these were most likely the same people, or they were different people, but very similar in their uh, fates and destinies and lives that they lived, right? But it is good to just have names that you can apply to these gods, you know, so you can be particular, because it also shapes the particularity of what you are wanting, what you're striving for, what you're doing magic for. You know, the more you pinpoint the energy to exactly what you want, the better. You know, so compartmentalizing, categorizing, all of these things really helps for your purpose. Because if you're not completely, you know, laser beamed in on exactly what you want, then it's just scattered energy out there, and it'll trigger all kinds of things around you, but nothing that you actually want, you know, or need. So, and if you are not a person of any gods, then you can still practice magic, and you practice this as your own god, because that's what we will become in the end. If we live a spiritual life, a life of spirituality, then we will have this power. We will have this, you know, eternal soul, if you will. And so you have clairvoyance in you. You just got to unlock it. You got to open it, because we are all descendants of these people that were able to do this, of these people that were gods. And it's just that we have veered away from nature. We have veered away from all of our culture and traditions so much into this new age now, that we have completely forgotten what power we actually hold inside, because it's just completely dormant, right? And only some of us unlock it, and only some of us work our whole lives, like me, to try to, you know, unlock this, or hone it rather, right? Because it is unlocked for me, but I have to hone it, and I will have to hone it until the day I die, and past that, you know. It never stops, this work. You can ask a Buddhist monk, you can ask any of these people, they will tell you this is an eternity. This is an eternity of work. Because as soon as you stop, it's just like anything that you do in life, you know, you play a certain instrument, for instance. If you stop playing for a certain while, you'll get rusty. You'll get rusty, and you have to get back in it, and you have to, you know, start again to get better, to get more fluent again. It's the same with everything else. It's the same with magic. It's the same with spirituality. Working out. If you stop working out, what happens? Your muscles will, you know, retract. You will gain weight again. All of these things. It's the same with everything. You have to keep it constant. You know, breaks in between is okay, but you know, if you do too long of a break, then it becomes problematic. You know, so yeah, it's a process. So I always tell people the biggest thing you need to do is, anytime you need to know stuff about that, or you want to learn about that, read books. Read as many books on the matter that you want. Find exactly what you want. You can always just type in the name, you know, spirituality 101 or whatever that shit's called, you know, and then you find books on it and you read them, you know. So, but I want to thank everybody for being here. I hope everybody's having a good night. Thanks for being so talkative and chat, Cheese Leaf. I hope this was informative for you. What is that? Soccer players, I think. That's funny. Yeah, so I had prepared this topic. Maybe I'll just read about it since we're like kind of talking. And this is Wayne Rooney. I don't know who that is. Sorry. Um. Oh, hi, Florida Metal. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I was gonna discuss something that I yeah, I'm not that I read in one of those books that I recommend, but this is kind of like it's a little bit of a difficult read, especially when you first start out with this type of stuff. Um, I'm like right there right now where it's perfect for me to read it. I've talked about this book many times called The Secret Doctrine by Helena Blavatsky. Okay, she was a Russian author. She was a Russian philosophist, but she was like philosopher, for fuck's sake. But she was also pretty much a metaphysician, if you will. She traveled the world to, gather information on different religions, different things that she was interested in. So this is just a little bit of a part of this book, okay? And it's about the vital principle, like life itself, pretty much how it works, our bodies, how it works everything in the universe. So I'm just gonna read it, and if you have any questions, it's just one thing. Hi, Mr. Weird, how are ya? And then we can discuss, and you can give me your little opinions and what you think is the meaning, because it is philosophy still, right? So it's scientific philosophy, if you will, or science explained philosophical, if you will. Okay, so it's like there will be questions, and it is really still kind of up to interpretation as well. Okay, good to see you too. I'm good. So I'm gonna just read it now. The vital principle. It accumulates in the nervous centers during sleep, bringing them, if I may so speak, to their due tone, and therewith raising the muscles to awakening and renewed life. Just so, this is quite correct and is comprehensible. Therefore, the body fully renewed by it presents capacity for motion, fullness of form, life. The body bereft of it presents inertia, the configuration of shrunken death, the evidence of having lost something physical that was in it when it lived. Modern science denies the existence of a vital principle. This extract is a clear proof of its grand mistake, but this physical something that we call life fluid, the liquor vitae of Paracelsus, has not deserted the body, as Dr. Richardson thinks. She's talking about Dr. Richardson, what he was saying about this. It has only changed its state from activity to passivity and become latent, owing to the too morbid state of the tissues, on which it has no more hold. When you die, once the rigor mortis absolute, the liquor vitae will reawaken into action and begin its work on the atoms chemically. Brahma Vishnu, the creator and the preserver of life, will have transformed himself into Shiva, the destroyer. Lastly, he writes on page 387, the nervous ether may be poisoned. It may, have diffused through it by simple gaseous diffusion, other gases or vapors derived from without. It may derive from within products of substances swallowed and ingested, or gases of decomposition produced during disease in the body itself. And the learned gentleman might have added... Okay, that's it, pretty much. Okay, so... Did you guys understand what this was pretty much about? This is pretty much talking about what infuses us with with like the that we're animated, the anima, right? Because and it's being dissected that it never I actually forgot to take a screenshot of the other page, and this is why it's a little broken up, but it's like these things never change. This vital essence in us is always there. It doesn't just die, but it changes. This energy is released out of us. This soul, this spirit, whatever you want to call it, this vital essence is released out of us, and then it changes. Because like it says here, when the tissue dies, then this vital essence has to move on to somewhere else, because there's no more physical tissue to hold on to cling to. Okay. Also talking about it accumulates in the nervous centers during sleep, bringing them, if I may say so, to their due tone, and therewith raising the muscles to awakening and renewed life. So this, because have you ever considered, when you sleep, isn't sleep something so bizarre? I personally think it's a very bizarre state of being. We're laying there, we're complete, like we're not aware of our direct surroundings, but we're completely aware of our subconscious surroundings, at least at the time that they are happening when we're dreaming. Because it is scientific proof that every night of our lives we dream. So when we wake up in the morning and somebody asks, what did you dream last night? And then you're like, it was just like, I didn't dream anything. It was just black. You did, but you just do not remember it when you wake up, upon waking up. And I always thought that was the craziest thing, because I really always thought that there were times where you really don't dream, but you do dream every single night. And dreams themselves are very bizarre if you think about it, because you have something is going on in your mind that's not really happening in reality, or in your physical realm, I should say, rather than reality, right? Because it's still reality, but it's not physical reality. But it is like, it's weird, because sometimes these are dreams, right? Sometimes these are, when you close your eyes, you can see pictures in your head. It's like a dream, okay? So it's like a vision in your head, or it's like something that you are envisioning or imagining in your head, okay? But you're doing it purposefully, like you are in control of it. When you dream, you are not in control of it, and that is so incredible to me, because you are completely letting go, because you're sleeping, so you're just out and you're not in control of anything, but your brain keeps going. That's how you are alive, so it's really cool to think about. And what I was going to say, some of these are dreams. Now others are really astral projections. The ones I wouldn't even say all the time the ones that feel so real are astral projections. It's very circumstantial. It doesn't always have to be one way or the other. But you will kind of know. Sometimes it's blurry. Sometimes it's kind of like unsure. You cannot really know. But more often than not, you can know this. I was there. I was there as out of my body, as the vital essence. I was there. But sometimes you were not there. You didn't leave, and you were just having these pictures in your mind. It's so weird. It's like you're dead. You're dead for a few hours. You're dead, but you're still alive. You're unconscious for a few hours, willingly to regain this vital essence that will then awake you and bring you back to life. Somebody did. I read this. Somebody called the sleep a small death, because it's all oftentimes too that when you have any anybody that's deathly sick, cancerous or whatever, that are really on their deathbed, they literally most of the time die either at night or in the early morning, because this is exactly when the body is like renewed. When the sun comes up, The body has renewed itself in a way. The consciousness has renewed itself, and then it's reawakened from the small death. And sometimes it just, when the person's really ill, then it won't refresh anymore, and then it'll pass on then, this person wrote this way better than I can explain it. I'm sorry about that. I might have to find that one day, but it's like, out of these fucking all these books, I don't know where this where I read this or who wrote this, but I found it very interesting. So yeah. Any thoughts, anybody, or what? It is also true that when you sleep and you dream a lot and you're very active in your sleep, that it can happen very likely that you wake up in the morning and you do not feel refreshed at all, because you have been either physically tossing and turning, or your brain was really hard at work all night long. So you really didn't get the rest. You just get enough of this vital essence restored to be able to wake up and do your thing, but are not really, you know. Yeah, I always think about these things, because it's like, not enough sleep, your brain going. Yeah, I found that I can always know when I was still an athlete, I slept way better at night, because I exhausted my body, during the day. I really exhausted my body, physically and everything, that I was tired. I let all this energy out, used all my energy up, so then at night I was tired like a normal person, and was able to sleep. And I can know nowadays, I really don't use up all my energy, because I don't really do anything that requires me to use all my physical energy or even mental energy, because like, besides when I have practice with my band, that's something where, that's a little bit of a physical workout slightly, but mental workout too. And then, lungs are working out by singing and playing bass or guitar or whatever. So that I can always tell, those nights I go to bed and I sleep better, because I have exhausted my body. When we're really busy at work and I'm running around for 6 hours straight, then I come home, then I can know, I can feel immediately. I come out of the shower and I can feel immediately, whoa, it was busy today. I'm exhausted. Like, I feel tired, which is good. Then I can go to bed. But for instance, today, and then it's the problem. You lay in bed, you don't sleep good, because your energy levels are still very high, and then you wake up in the morning and then you feel like crap. That's how I've been feeling for weeks again. My sleep is not that bad, but it's just really, I mess myself up too. I don't go to bed at a decent time lately. I go to bed way too late, because I'm stressed, a little bit. So, you can mess up your own schedule very, very quickly, and then that's not good. Hobble around more. I mean, try to do as much as you can. I talked to my friend the other day about it too. It's like that, physical exercise is always good. Now, when there are problems like what you have, then you have to be just more careful, But all in all, physical, working out, in any way, even if it's just going for a walk, it's always good. It's always better than to be at rest. Because a body at rest stays at rest, right? But a body that is active and moving, and it's also good for your subconscious. I can always know that I have very, whenever I'm exhausted and I really had a fruitful day and I feel good about it, I had a good practice, maybe I did a ritual or something, like it was a good day, I can feel that I have these really vivid dreams and these really, good things in my subconscious that are triggered, these, even their hormones, right, that are triggered, and it is really good. These chemicals, starting to balance out in your brain and everything, and it's good for you. So I will always recommend physical exercise. Stretching is also really good. I have noticed that when you wake up in the morning, like sometimes I wake up in the morning and I don't stretch, right? I just wake up and I go right out of bed and that's it, and it's a mistake. It's a mistake. It's not good for any of my arms, my legs. It's not good. So I have now really learned that when I wake up in the morning, I've really stretched like really much in my bed, stretch myself out, and then I get up. You know, but I do tell you, in my 20s, I didn't have any of these fucking issues. But then again, like I said, I was still an athlete, so that adds to it. You know, not doing anything really athletic. You know, I don't really, not much anymore. Sometimes yard work, which in Florida is like, yeah, that's torture, but it's good. You know, you sweat. Even you could do that too. A little bit of yard work, you know, get a little bit of a sweat going. You know, put on a hat, go out there, and do just a little bit, like pulling weeds or something for fucking, I don't know, 45 minutes an hour. You know, in Florida, you'll burn some calories, and you'll be feeling exhausted after it, and you know, you'll be able to sleep better. I will never recommend fucking all this shit that people talk about. Take melatonin, take this, take that. I'm not taking anything. I'm drinking a beer. That can help me. You know what I mean? That's better than these pills and shit. I don't know. I don't like that stuff. It really is an America thing. I really gotta say, because in Europe you don't really take anything. You take paracetamol, which is like Tylenol, if you have any pain, and then that's it. But here everybody's like, oh, I take this pill, I take this pill, I take that pill. It's like, keep that shit away from me. I don't like to sweat either, but you could take a shower, you know? Because you know, nobody likes to sweat, but it is good to sweat. It's good because it also cleanses chemicals in your body that are harmful to you. It clears out irons, it clears out stuff. And then of course keep hydrating, you know, always drink water. You know, sweating is good for you. It really is good for you. Just like, you know, using the bathroom often is good for you. You cleansing your system. You letting toxins out of your body. You know, when people talk about cucumber water and lemon, it doesn't matter. Just water is fine. You don't have to get all fancy with it. Just water. The cucumber is 90% fucking water. You know, you don't need it. It's not necessary. Just water itself is fine. You just gotta drink more of it. And of course, again, whose advice better to take than my own? But I really try. I try to drink, like, you know, you're supposed to drink like, what, 64 ounces of water a day, and I usually drink that. So, you know. No, you can drink fancy water, but I'm just saying it's not necessary. These people always talk about, oh shit, really? Is that bad with sweating? Oh my god, okay, I didn't know. Oh my god, that's crazy. No, but it's just like, you know, you go to a restaurant or something and they charge you like $4 or $5 for a cucumber water or something. It's good. You know, it's good cleanser or whatever fucking these girls call it. These 20-year-olds these days. No, it's unnecessary. You just drink regular fucking water. Sparkling water is good. In Europe, I always drink the sparkling water. Even when we had practice, like training, then we had cases of sparkling water bottles. That's what we drink. You know, but yeah, you don't need all that fancy shit, people. I tried, like, there was this one pill that I tried, like, it was a supplement pill, supposed to help you lose weight, and always say that the rule is the same. Burn more calories than you take in, however you do it. Be it eating less and not exercising. I'm on a diet right now. Be it eating the same but exercising. Always just got to burn less calories than you take into your body. That is the only thing that helps with the dieting. When people talk about, I'm on this diet, I'm on that diet. No, just, you got to work for it. you can be on all these diets, but yeah, if they work, okay, good. You know, if they work, it's different for everybody. But the rule of thumb is just burn more calories than you take in every day. That's it. Cut out sugars. Sugars are bad. Limit the fucking sugars. You're supposed to have 25 grams of sugar a day. No more than that. Every person, including myself, exceeds that number daily. It's not good. That would cause us diabetes, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my god, I know, right? No, it's funny, but yeah. These are all things that help ultimately also with your spiritual growth, what I always talk about, because if your brain, if your conscience is clear, you feel good, you can think better, you can think more clearly, your meditation can be easier maintained, because your anxiety will go down, all of these things, very many beneficial things, from drinking a lot of water, moving around, all of that sort of thing. Yeah, soda, that's the worst. And I do have to say, when I still lived in Germany, I drank Coca-Cola 2 liters every day. I drank nothing but soda over there. But, there's very much less sugar over there in the soda. But I have now limited myself. I haven't had a soda in a few weeks now, but it's like, if there's soda in the house, it's soda cans usually. It's Dr. Pepper or something. And I will literally limit myself to a half a can a day. That's my treat. When I eat lunch, I drink half a can of soda, or I drink a glass of sweet tea. That's it. And then I also will maybe nibble a little bit on a chocolate or something, but that's pretty much it. I will not try to put any more sugar in my body besides that. Of course, it's all, having a beer or having a drink, I'm not including that, right? But when it comes to my regular diet, then and now I'm on the diet. I eat once a day. I mean, I eat a little toast in the morning so I can take my vitamins. But then I have a big meal during lunchtime, and then I don't eat for the rest of the night. I've been doing it for a few days now, so I gotta give it a little more time, I think. Oh, good. That's very good. Because soda also, it's not just the sugar, but it's also the sodium. There's a lot of sodium in there, and that's very bad for your heart, and that's very bad for your blood pressure. And it also causes you to water buildup in your body, right? So sodium, there's like, I think there's like 200 milligrams or something of sodium in the can, and it's not good for you at all. Sodium and sugar. I mean, salt a little bit, iodized salt, that's important to have in your diet, but generally it's not good. It's a problem too for certain people, because like Draven, for instance, he hates drinking water. He hates drinking water because like it just doesn't taste like anything. And I totally understand it. I don't like it either. I'm not happy about it either. So he will chug that tea or he will chug that soda, but he doesn't gain any weight. He has a very and it's not a high metabolism, but a more active metabolism, so he doesn't have these problems. If I drank the amount of soda he does, or tea, oh my god. Yeah, okay. That's very much I can relate to that. Yeah. Maybe not with soda, but with other things. Once I get on a binge of something, I find like a certain chocolate or something that I really like. Oh, you better believe then I'll be eating this fucking chocolate for the next 2 weeks until I'm sick of it. And I'm addicted for the next 2 weeks, so I totally understand. It's not easy in this world, and also what they put in the food, even the good food. I mean, it's like, yeah. It's like I harvested a couple of green peppers today from my yard, and green bell peppers, okay, and they're like this big. And that's what they are. If I don't harvest them now, they start to rot and fall off. Now, when you go to a store and you buy a bell pepper, they're like this fucking big. That's because they're pumped full with nonsense. They're pumped full with antibiotics. They're pumped full with stuff that you know, makes them grow bigger and all of that shit. And it's just, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, so my radishes are growing. All of these things are growing. It's good. My pumpkins are growing like crazy. My tomato plant is growing well. So these are all really good things. If you want readings, guys, just say the word. I got you on 1-card readings, and if you want 3-card readings, just spend crystals, 150 crystals for a 3-card reading. And don't forget to follow, subscribe. It is very helpful. Yeah, that'd be fine. I don't have that much that I can. I have a lot of rosemary. If you want to buy rosemary, I have a lot of that. Sage too. I'm starting to grow a lot of sage. It's really coming in now. So I love doing that, you know, because it's like, I don't know, I feel really good about it. It's very rewarding, and especially, it's really one of the best feelings when you eat your own stuff that you grew yourself, you know. It's like, wow, like I grew that, I made that, you know. It's awesome. I'm hoping though that by October, I hope I'm gonna have pumpkins by then, but I doubt it. I think I'm a little too late. But if I do have, then I can sell them. But yeah, good sleep is good for your vital essence, okay? So always remember that. Think about that. Don't forget about that, you know? I'm going to play you a tune. And I'm not even going to make you spend channel points on it either. With those stupid new pics. Oh, God, I hate those shits. I hate them. Nice. That fucking pig, man. Fucking hate them shits. Yeah, that must feel shit. Cause I mean, sometimes the bands are so good. I gotta headbang. I cannot not headbang. There's no way. Alright, stupid ass pigs. Why did they change it? Why? Having practice, I think, soon. I don't know. Now I gotta turn the air conditioner on again, you see? It's ridiculous. On, off, all the time. What else can I play? I wanna play, I'm not in the right tuning. I can't wait either. I can't wait either. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah, soon. I mean, you know, Lord Valak is ready. He's ready, you know. But we still, we still kind of now rehearsals are going into playing it like a live show, from beginning to end, So, yeah, soon. Very soon.
You like my music, Skinny? Yes, you do. I know you like my music. You can admit it. You love it, Skinny. You just winked at me, Skinny. It's because you love me, isn't it? This kid. What is it, Skinny? You okay? Hi, girl. You okay? You okay, Skinny?
She's the type of cat that she will look at you and it's fine, and then suddenly she'll look over there like this and she'll stare in that area because, and this is something, this is another thing we can talk about, is it is said by, that's why the ancient Egyptians worshipped these animals, because they believed that the cats were always one foot pretty much in the spiritual realms, and especially when they slept. So when a cat is sleeping, they're not actually sleeping, but their spirit is roaming the other realms. That's what they truly believed. And I mean, I see my cats act in such weird ways. And I'm talking about they will literally stare at something and there's nothing there. It can be a white wall and they will stare in that direction and they will literally be like this and just stare there. They're seeing something. You know, I mean, they're seeing something. That is one of those things. They are able to, their cognition is just more honed in that sense, and they're able to just register something with their eyes or even with their smell or whatever sense that we are not able to do. You know, I mean, obviously they can smell stuff that we can't smell from far away, etc., etc. But I mean, even with the eyes, even in you know, in the aether that's all around us, the dark matter that holds it all together pretty much, they can see these things within it that we cannot see yet. You know, we will at some point have the capability, but yeah, they do that. And I observe them. I really, you know, I look at them. I look at the area that they're looking at. I'm really testing this whole thing out. I'm really looking at the whole thing thinking, okay, what could it be? And then sometimes you discover, oh, they're looking at like a bug or you know, they're looking like at some kind of, what do you call it? Fuzzy stuff or whatever, you know, that's flying around. But more often than not, there's nothing there. You cannot see anything there. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's awesome. It's awesome because, you know, we're just not able to do it like that. With good focus and with, you know, concentration and with, you know, workings, you can. You know, I'm also able to do this, but I have to really meditate on this and I have to really put myself in there, you know. For cats, it's just completely natural. You know what I mean? What's up, Miguel? How are you? Cheers, cheers. I'm using my awesome glass that I think, I don't know if I ever showed you guys. Tomorrow's Friday already. I'm so excited. I just told my coworker yesterday, I was like, we made it here so fast. This week went by so quickly. And I'm excited about it. Because it's been another rough week for me. It's like, when will normality come back, you know? Yeah, I saw that. Welcome, everybody. Just look in the stream. It will tell you. It's free one-card readings. You want a one-card reading? Just type it in chat. One-card reading or, you know, exclamation mark tarot. I got you. 3-card reading is 150 crystals, and a 10-card reading is 500 bits, or subscribe to me. If you do subscribe to me, you get a free monthly 10-card reading every month of your subscription, and you get no ads. Oh, thank you! Starry Crisis. I love that name. Love it. Thank you for following. And you get no ads, and you get to use my emotes. My emotes are the shit. Look at that. Look at that one. That's me angry. And I made those myself. I'm doing good. How about you? How about you? Oh, hydration? Yes, yes. Got you. With my perfect... Look at this goblet. You know, I realized the other day, apparently the miser that I am, hi Emily, I love it. The miser that I am, I have no emote that actually laughs. I make no laughing emote. What the hell? I have smiling ones and like, what is this though? Is this a laughing? No, this is an excited one. This is excited, like. But I have no actual laughing one. Wow. Misery loves company, Dragana. My fuck. Ridiculous. Oh my god. Ridiculous. I gotta make one. But I love my emotes. They are so incredible. And they're so cute. Oh God, why did I put the cry one at the end? That was a mistake. So I hope you guys are doing good. It's been crazy, you say, Miguel? Okay, Starry. So, if I may call you this, Starry. So if you want a 1-card reading, you just do exclamation mark tarot. And if you want a 3-card reading, you spend 150 crystals. You can see it down there. The crystals in your underneath your bar where you type and chat. You can redeem those for a 3-card reading. You can redeem them for hydration. You can redeem them for metaphysical fact. You can redeem them for a riff that I will play for you. And if you want the whole... Oh, thank you. I don't know what this means. I'm confused. Uptime, okay. See, I'm like still illiterate to many of these things. It's so weird. But I am glad you guys are all here. I'm glad you're here, Mr. Weird. I know you've been busy yourself. Oh, my uptime? Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. I guess. Emily's here, Flora Metal, Miguel, Starry Crisis. I love that name. It's so nice. Mick liked the stream. It's so funny. Mick is like a really good supporter. He likes my stream every time it's on, but he never comes in. I think he's been in one time. Oh my God. And guys, how about that guy Video Cruiser that was in, what was it, 2 days ago? That was a trip, was it not? Oh my God. That guy wants to really tell us he invented the internet. But, I mean, you know, you never know. You really never know. But there was a lot of stuff that he was saying that where I was like, this is very fantastical. I cannot know if I should believe you. Yeah, trippy. That was so weird. He was talking about there are links connected to my... Oh my God! Starry Crisis! Woo! Yes! It's been a while since I've given a 10-card reading. Let's do it. Thank you. Oh my God, I love it. And I love that heart. That's so cute. All right. Let's do it, Starry. Let's do it. Now, let me ask you this. Is there anything in particular that you want to know about? Because there's a final outcome card that will concern itself with your concern, whatever it is that you want to know about. Maybe a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever it is, family matters, any particular topic. Oh, please, yes, that is awesome. Yeah, so just let me know whenever. I'm shuffling your cards. Alright. Let's see. Nice. Looks good on there. Looks good. Okay. Oh, let me read that first. Oh, wow. Okay. So And you have now picked back up the contact, right? That's good. I just recently did the same kind of thing. I hadn't talked to this guy though for like 8 years. So, but and you just kind of, yeah, okay. So we will definitely address that, okay? So I'm excited because this is my element right here, right? These little three card readings are nice and they're good and they're helpful, but they're really small, right? This is a very particular reading because each of these cards has a particular thing that it addresses, you know, and it's a very thorough reading. So I really just enjoy doing this way better because I can give you a way better forecast, if you will, like a fucking meteorologist, magicologist, psychicologist, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let's look at your present circumstances, what's going on currently in your life, okay? Oh, wow. Okay. So, this is very good. The Magician, okay? So, currently, you are experiencing new things, okay? You are finding yourself with new creativity. You're putting your creativity to use. You're exploring your own potential abilities, manual dexterity, skilled hands, and emerging talent, okay? That is occurring right now in your life. That's really good. So you're like up and coming in whatever. Maybe it's your job. Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe it's a passion, but something that you're doing. You're discovering new ways and new things. You might be even, you know, finding a new talent that you're exploring right now and that you're having a good time with. And it looks like it's working out well, okay? Now, let's look at the past. What happened in the past? Okay. That's good. That's the Five of Wands inverted. Okay, so in the past, there was there was conflict. But this conflict you overcame through, connection and negotiation. Okay, so there was some sort of conflict that you had with possibly neighbors, friends, somebody, people you worked with maybe, but you were able to negotiate with these people and you were able to work out solution using differences to an advantage, okay? So that could have been the cause of all this, but you did use the differences to your advantage, and you worked it out. So far, so good. Really good, okay? So now let's look at your subconscious. What goes on in your subconscious? It might be a mirror of what you were already asking about, okay? So let's see. Okay. Okay. Knight of Wands inverted. So, almost there's like a stalling, okay? Let's see. So it's like an unforeseen disruption, okay? Sudden change of plans, interruption, delay. I almost think that this is not something that's actually happening, but I'm almost thinking that this is like an anxiety or worry in your subconscious that you have, okay? That there, maybe that even with this friend that you're meeting, that there could be this hey Hydra, how are you? Thanks, good to see you. That there could be a disruption, that there could be some sort of interruption, some sort of delay, okay, in your plans. I think that your consciousness or even your subconsciousness is worried about that, okay? That's what I think is going on here. Okay, now we're gonna look at your secret wishes and desires, okay? I'm good. I'm really good. I had this terrible sinus headache all day, and it's kind of lingering a little bit in here still, but it is way better than it was. That's why I'm like all hyped up now, because I'm feeling better. That's how I am when I'm sick. I'm like, and then as soon as I feel better, I'm like, yes, thank the gods, I'm feeling better. Okay, so your secret desires and wishes here now, Starry. Okay, let's see. Love this card. I'm so glad. So the Temperance, okay. See, she's mixing elements for new outcomes. She's combining elements for new outcomes, right? So this is talking about patience. This is talking about stability, okay? you really wish for these things. You really wish for everything to just be good, okay, and everything be calm and everything be balanced, and you're channeling your energy in your desires, and you're combining elements for new results, okay? So it's really good. It's really, you have you are in the right spot seemingly of what you, pinpointing what you want. You're very, so far this is all very crystal clear reading, which is very good, okay? Because you have your energies compartmentalized in the right areas, and it's showing up in your cards here. It makes this easy for me as the tool, right? Because I am a tool, but these are tools too, right? But you are the one that's channeling this energy, excreting this energy, and I'm picking it up, and these are picking it up, okay? So let's look at your hidden forces. What can we see there? Ooh. Oh. Okay. So we get the Ace of Cups inverted. So, this is a little bit not ideal. It's, there is a hidden force that is an unfortunate, abrupt changes, loss of love, stagnation, okay? That is a little bit of a force that's hanging in there. But I'm almost thinking, because it's unfortunate and abrupt changes. I think this kind of still is echoing this card here, where your subconscious is worried about abrupt changes, about delays, about things like that. And I think that just kind of is coming up here too in your hidden forces. I think it's a little bit of an anxiety that's driving you a little bit, okay? And it's strong. And I can relate to you. I can understand. I'm often nervous about things all the time, right? Nervous, anxiety, it's very similar. So it's like, maybe just taking a good breather, and just thinking like everything will be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end, So, but okay, so this is important here now. So this is events yet to come. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm like that too. So this is the 10 of Pentacles inverted. So in your near future, there will be a time of family strife, unfortunately, okay? It will be a little bit on a bigger scale, but it won't be something like too bad, like too destructive. But it will be some unfortunate family matters, and there will be some loss of money or home, unfortunately. It's not gonna, it's gonna be big, but it's not going to be like devastating in big, it's going to be a big thing. It's going to be an obvious, or big is maybe not the word, but it's going to be an obvious thing that will happen. But it's not going to be a devastating blow of any sort, okay? But just beware that some difficulty when it comes to financial matters, home stability will come up in the future for you, okay? Let's check out your environment here, okay? How is that influencing you? What goes on there? That's really good. Okay, so that's the 8 of Cups inverted. Okay, so yes. I tell people all the time, don't spend 24 hours a day now thinking, oh shit, something bad's gonna happen. But just keep it in mind, because then when it happens, you can be like, oh, I think that's like, you lose a bet or something, and you lose $20 or something. Then you can say, oh, wait a minute, maybe that's exactly what the reading was about, because it doesn't always have to be like drastic shit. Yeah, I'm homeless now, it doesn't have to be like that. It can be anything, it can be, oh, loss of home can mean, oh, I'm actually just moving. You know what I mean? It's not always like how people think. It's like, that's what it means. So anyway, we got the 8 of Cups inverted. It's really good, which means you're very persistent and you're seeing things through, okay? The environment you find yourself in is good for you. You're pushing through, you're sticking by it, okay? There can be maybe sometimes difficulty, maybe your job or your home, but you are saying to yourself, okay, I'm sticking by this, and I'm not going to abandon it. I'm seeing this through, perseverance, and you're taking a risk at the same time, but you're doing it, okay? And that's the most important part. So you're very strong, and like you're a little stubborn. You in a good way. It keeps you moving forward like a steer with the horns. You know, you're going through there, and you're not saying, you know, in the past you've said, you know what, I'm just gonna move on. No, you're seeing this through, and it's good for you. People around you, let's see how they're influencing you. Very good. Page of Pentacles. So it looks like people around you are very much like a good support, because they're making you like a very eager student and eager to learn, and making you have kind of an inventive mind. That reminds me of what's going on with you currently with the Magician, learning new things, finding out new abilities and new talents, and honing skills. Okay, so that's very positive. So you have a good support system. You have maybe one or two friends that are very supportive of you, that are maybe doing these things even with you. Okay, so that's perfect. So let's look at your spirituality. What goes on there? Wow. Okay. This is okay. So far we have everything is kind of, you know, except for you're gonna have that little hiccup here with the family with some money troubles, and you have a little bit of an anxiety going on over things. But other than that, like technically everything is in its place and everything is working out well for you right now, and it's looking good. So this is the Six of Cups inverted. This is very good. Your spirituality, you are really looking forward, okay? You are focusing on the future. You're very much focusing on new events. You're not stuck in the past. You're very much the opposite. You're looking to the future, and you're looking forward to the future and to upcoming situations and to future events, okay? So your spirituality is in that place that you are just kind of, you're really open to everything, new things that are coming your way. You have an open heart and you're letting it all in, okay? So very nice. So now let's look at your final outcome here about your friend there. Now I always tell people that sometimes the final outcome will not say anything about what you asked. I cannot control this. I cannot control it, okay? It will tell me what it will tell me, but let's hope it will tell me about this, okay? I can already say that I can see that it feels like whatever is going to happen is good, okay? Because this is talking about the future, upcoming events, good situations coming up. So this I can already kind of relate to your friend, okay? So now let's see. That kind of took a turn. Okay, so that's the Nine of Wands inverted. So let me see. This is kind of a tricky one, because okay, so this reminds me again of this card right here, and of this card. It's again with this nervousness is what it's talking about. It's a delay, it's insurmountable obstacles, giving up, lack of motivation or willpower, okay? So I am almost thinking that this is not related to your friend. I'm almost thinking that this is just something that sometimes you fall into this. Sometimes you fall into this and you don't want yourself to fall into this feeling, okay, of you know, not wanting to move forward, giving up. And I think that card right here is really the determined factor, because that card is what you want. This card is talking about what you really desire and what you want. I think this is a reflection of sometimes you have a little bit of panic, and I think that's what's relatable to your friend. I don't think that this is directly relatable to saying that, you know, your friend is giving up or anything like that, because it just doesn't fit. It just does not fit. Okay, so unfortunately we couldn't really see in the final outcome card, but I can see that future events are coming up and they're good events, okay? People around you, good to you, good for you. You're seeing things through, and this is also talking about new abilities. So there's a lot of times this word new is coming up, okay? And good and future and upcoming events. So for this to come up multiple times, that leads me, my personal, this card did not channel the energy that I wanted it to. But me personally, I can say that I can see that these things with your friend will be a good thing. I cannot say that it can be unsure of how long this reconciliation, if you will last, but it will be a nice thing again. Okay, at least for when it happens. That's what I think is gonna happen. So that concludes you here, Starry. I really hope that it was good, that you could resonate with this. This was a really good reading. This was a really crystal clear reading. It was very straightforward. Unfortunate that your final outcome card was just pretty much a little bit of a warning saying, you know, don't fall into you know, sadness or something, you know, or giving up, you know, because all of us can land there sometimes, you know. You're welcome. I'm so glad. I'm glad I could do that for you. And I really wish you so much luck with your friend. And it'll be great. I know you're probably nervous and stuff, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good to see a familiar face that you haven't seen in a while and talk about things that you used to do and, you know, whatever else. So good luck with that. And thank you. You know, thank you for coming. And thank you for putting trust in me and letting me, you know, give you this reading. So, very exciting. So yeah, guys, spend those channel points. Let's keep on going. We're having a good night, you know. We don't want to mess this up. See, my nose is running now. She's sleeping good. She's sleeping so good. Thank you guys all for being here so much tonight, guys. This is really good because honestly, like I said, I was not feeling good at all. And I was like, man, I don't want to skip a stream, you know. And I'm really glad I didn't. I'm really glad I didn't. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad to see you guys. I'm glad we could do this. Cheese Leaf was in here getting readings. Miguel. Oh, yes, Emily. I love that. I think that's my favorite thing to what people redeem is the altar item. Oh, God, I got to tell you guys a funny story about redeeming crystals here in a second, too. I talked to my boss's wife, which I love, okay? She's one of the sweetest people I've ever met. And me and her just, like, totally click. And when we're together, you know, she's from Russia. So is another Slavic woman, right? So me and her are just, like, it's on, you know. But you know that her husband doesn't really want her to be friends with his workers, which, you know, I can get that too in a way, you know, but I think she would be hanging out with me if I didn't work there, you know what I mean? So it's kind of cool because one time she bought me a bunch of stuff because I painted paintings for her 3 kids, for her 2 sons and her daughter, and I just did it because they were like, can you paint us Pokemon? And then I did the Pokemon paintings that you see here are the ones I've talked about it before. And I didn't ask for money. I just wanted to do it for the kids. I love these kids, you know. They on summer break, they're at the workplace all the time, right? And they always talk to me, and they're good little kids, you know. And I did it for them. And a couple of days later, she comes with bags with stuff for me. Little hanging witch handmade and a rock that said psychic readings and a nice blanket that was a huge blanket with like crystal balls on there, black cats, and it's so soft and unbelievable, that one. I'm like, Oksana, you didn't have to do that. I was so embarrassed, but I was so happy. It's like she knew me forever. She bought me all the right things. I'm like, oh my God, so sweet. It was so amazing that she did that for me. So let me oh no, I did redeem that last time that we did that. Okay. Let's see, what can I do? Maybe today's the day. Maybe today. Yep, today's the day. Today is the day. One of my proudest possessions, handmade for me, upon request, of course, by another fellow Viking. Look at this, my axe. Look at this thing. Handmade. Hand carved with the kolovrat, the Slavic sun wheel. Yeah. And it is sharp. I mean, you can see, yep. You can see this little dark here. Right there. That's blood. Right there. Still on there. Isn't it beauty? Turisas right here. Taurus rune. And of course, the D for Dragana. Yes, this is my axe. You love it? You know, when we play shows, I come with my hammer, of course. I always come with my hammer. Because my hammer is the most dearest tool that I have to me. Because for a long time, my nickname was Hammer in the, in the sports that I played. Because I have a hammer with my hand, So it was always my pride. And, but this thing... and what I was gonna say, I take the hammer to shows, but this is so sharp, I cannot bring it to shows because I don't know if they're gonna, they're gonna look and they're gonna say, okay, this is like a real weapon that you cannot bring in here like that, so I don't bring it. I leave it at home, on my altar. But yeah, love this thing, and it's small. You can see it's not as huge. It's very light. The handle, the wood is very light. But yeah, it is definitely amazing. And I use it all the time for my tools. So, yeah. That's my axe. Yeah, he does a good job. I always forget the name of his company. But, yeah. So, I thought today's such a good stream that I'm going to redeem. Look at that. Yeah, man. I still have plenty more. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for participating so much today. Look, and I'm actually, for the ones that just came in, look, I'm actually using my new goblet. Look at that. And it's glass. This is glass. Isn't it beautiful? They had like 7 of them. They were like, 3 of them were like black like this, and then the other 4 were like a yellowish kind of color. And I wanted to buy like 2, but I just bought 1. It's cool, huh? It looks like one of those Mayan statues. That's the first thing I thought when I saw it. That's why I bought it. It's actually really big. It kind of looks small on screen, but it's like my whole hand can't even it's pretty big. I love it. It's nice. Nice. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. Wow, this is such a great stream. I'm glad. Tomorrow, you know what time it is, guys. Tomorrow is Guild Wars night. Tomorrow's Guild Wars. So I hope you guys will be there for that. I'm excited. Tomorrow's my, because this is still kind of a little bit of work, because especially when I do the 10 card readings, there's a lot of energy filtering, like intake, filtering, and then release, and then also outtake, like output. Okay, so for instance, Florida Metal, what we talked about earlier, this is another way of exhausting yourself, and it can get exhausting, and then also, of course, I'm streaming, and this whole time I'm pretty much talking for 2-3 hours. I'm talking, so it can be a little bit of work. But when I play Guild Wars 2, that's just kind of my hobby, that's my hobby, and it's not really a passion, but it is something that I like to do on my downtime, and I just have a drinky poo and I play, But this, I take this very seriously, and I put a very much energy into this, and I try to do the best job that I can, Definitely. So, yeah, that's why my Fridays and Saturdays, are reserved for that pretty much. So, yep. But this is really nice. And I really want to say, I really do see my my loyal fleshlings, as I call you guys that, because, Emily, you're always supporting me, and you're supporting my brother all the time. Like, we are so grateful for you. I don't have any words. You know, you're always there. And, you know, of course, once in a while you're not there. You have a life. You know, you're busy. That would never be something, you know, but you're such a wonderful supporter. And Florida Metal, you're always there, man. And you support me, and you support Draven, which is amazing, too. You know, he loves that, too. Love you, too. You know, so Miguel, of course, with him coming all the time, and then actually coming to my house and helping with me with my computer. That's such a huge thing. Promethean being such a great moderator. She has a life. She has much going on, so she can't be here all the time, and I totally understand, you know. Like, I would never be mad for people not being here, but the fact that you guys are here, that's what I'm addressing right now. And I love it, because truth is, like, there are a couple people that call themselves my friends, you know, and they have never even been in my stream, you know. Never. Not one time. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just like, wow, dude, you know, because I would do it, you know, when my brother streams, and even when my brother streams and I'm streaming at the same time, I got him on right here. Like, that's it. I don't care. Kenjin streams, I got him on my phone. Even if I'm not watching, he gets his watch time, whatever. I'm going to try, you know, put some emotes in there. Support. You want to support other people, because, you know, it's just kind of like, wouldn't you want others to do that for you? That's why I try to do that. I try to go into Mr. Weird's channel too, you know, try to support him. Unfortunately, oftentimes, you know, I'm not able to because I'm at work or whatever, you know. When you're not able to, you're not able to. There's no problem. But when you never do, when I know that these people sit at home and they do nothing, they do absolutely nothing, they could come into the stream. They could come say hi, and I never see them either, you know? It's like, really? It's weird. It's really weird what people consider, you know, really being friends or, you know, supporting. But we talked about this. Me and Kenjin talked about, or Draven and I talked about how fucking, you know, people that always scream, you gotta support your scene more, and you gotta do this more, and in this aggressive way. Those are usually the people that don't support anybody, and that have just a big mouth, you know. I have supported so many people, and the support has been very much lacking. I talked about this the other day in the stream, you know. But that's why I want to address that there are supporters, and, you know, and unfortunately the negativity is oftentimes so much bigger, and the negative aspect of things, than the positive, right? Because I have you guys, which is a few people that are supporting me, and there are so many that aren't, right? So that can be overwhelming, and then I can forget about the good stuff. But today I'm remembering the good stuff, and I want to address it, you know. And I'm really grateful, and I'm really appreciative that you guys are doing this, you know. So, and, you know, I can't thank you enough. And I mean, even Florida Metal, you've been to our shows, and, you know, you've done that, you know. So it's huge. It's huge for me. So I'm very grateful for you guys. It's awesome, because that's why I do this. You know, I do this for the people that want to come in here, interact, you know, not want to hear me talk, but I want you guys to interact, right? I want you guys to talk about stuff. Whenever you say, oh, I don't know what to say, you can say whatever you want. Like, anything that you have to say will be valuable. You know, any question, any thought is valuable, because that's something that's going through your brain, and we can talk about it, you know. It's, you know, about any topic, but especially, right, spirituality. The Sect of the Dragon is all about, you know, that, about spiritual growth and education, spiritual education, you know. And so yeah, so Cheese Leaf was in here earlier asking a bunch of questions, you know, about how it is with the gods. They're aggravating me lately, but it's okay. I mean, all of us here that are here right now, we're alive, and we come from thousands of ancestors before us that fought battles, that won victories and survived, and were able to procreate and you know, and continue this cycle, procreate until we came, and they didn't die, because if they would have died, we would have never happened. So we come from strong lines of ancestors. Always remember that, you know. When people call you a heathen or godless, you tell them, I have more gods than you can handle. Yeah. Because all our great grandmas, grandpas, uncles, aunts, cousins, they're all there, and they're behind us, and they're in us. They're in our blood. They're in our DNA. They're here. That's why we are the way we are. We are shaped from them, you know. So we have a lot to give, and we have a lot to do. So, yeah. So what time is it now? 10 o'clock. Good time. It's been 2 hours. So yeah, I think I'm gonna maybe call it a night. Let me see if I can raid somebody. Let me see here, okay? Maybe we can raid somebody. I like doing this raiding because it doesn't cost anything to raid somebody, and you can help support somebody with it. Boom. I can absolutely know who we're raiding. We're raiding the real Mr. Weird. That's what we're doing. Alright, I hope you guys are ready to do this. So don't leave the chat. We're going to be raiding Mr. Weird. Let's see. Let me put, because I got to hear him say that, you know, because I'm always worried about things not working. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go in a stream so I can be like, okay, you know, so you can say, oh yeah, I see the Raiders, then I can know, okay, it worked. So I'm always, well, I know it worked the last time when I did it. I really like his introduction thing. Okay. So we'll give it a minute, I guess, because he's not actually on yet. But I'm going to talk with you guys for a little bit longer here, but then we're going to do it. Yeah, see, I like doing it because it doesn't cost me a dime, right? It doesn't cost me a dime. And it's a super great way to support each other. You know? All you put is the raid in the name, and you're supporting another person. Fucking easy. And that's what I do, you know, because he gives readings, you know, that's what he does. So he does, you know, pretty much the same thing that I do. But then on the weekends when I stream Guild Wars 2, I raid people that stream Guild Wars 2, because that's relatable. Right? Just makes sense, I guess. You know, the other time I raided this girl that I don't know. I also didn't go into the actual stream because something happened or whatever. But I raided her, and then I raided this guy Grimjack. I guess he's like a bit of a famous Guild Wars 2 streamer, so I raided him, and he was like, "Thanks for the raid," and it was very nice. So yeah. Like doing it. Yeah, so wait a minute. The 2v2 season is still on. It's on until the 15th, I believe, right? In Guild Wars 2. Crap. I hate that 2v2 shit. I'm starting to actually like it more now though, because it's like I'm actually starting to get better at it. than even the 5v5, because I have more control because it's only 2 people. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, so he's there. He's just not... Okay, he's still preparing. Okay, so... Okay, I gotta turn this down. Okay. So yeah, so it is nice, you know, because it also shows me that I have improved in my gaming, you know, because I know exactly what I need improvement on, and my biggest thing that I need to improve is my movement skills. Like, I have to be faster. And what it is, and I'm gonna tell you the truth right now, what it is really in that scenario is laziness. I can, when I have to, I'm fucking like, I'm running around and I'm doing this, right? When I'm actually like, okay, I'm gonna do this now. But because I told you guys it's more of a downtime thing, I'm often like, just like, doing whatever, and I'm trying, I'm trying hard, but I'm not trying as hard as I could sometimes. You know what I mean? So that's something that I really have to improve. I have to be more, less tired, because I'm often just tired when I play. I have to just wake myself up a little bit more and then move around better. I have to be able to move faster around and do all that stuff, because I told you guys before, I do not like bringing my team down at all. That is like one of my greatest fears that I hate. And that's because I was in a team sport. I'm in a band with 4 other people, with 4 men. And when I play these games, I play with people, and it's like I have this instilled in me so hard that that team thing, because that's just my mentality, and I think this is another ancestral thing, just like my urges to travel, to explore, just like my ancestor did, exploring, the other countries and such, and this team, this clan mentality that's just in me, and letting somebody down that's in my clan, that is my most, I don't ever want to do that. All right, guys. So he's here now. So we're gonna do this now. So stand by. We're gonna raid the real Mr. Weird. Let's do it. What? Oh. What? Why? Oh. It's not allowing me. He changed his settings or something? That it's not allowing me to raid him. Okay. That's weird. Because the last time I did it, did I not spell his name right or something? The real? No. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to do it again. But maybe he just said, I don't know. I'm going to spell it completely out. No. Not allowed. Okay. Okay. That's okay. Let's see if we get the Goblin help deck on. If they're on, then we can do it to them. What is going on? Nobody's there. Okay, well, nobody wants you guys. I want you guys. I do. That's weird. But, okay, well, I'm gonna go, guys. I'm so grateful. I had such a blast today. This was a really good stream. I'm really glad I did it. Thank you guys all so much for coming. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Florida Metal. Thank you, Cheese Leaf. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Starry Crisis. Who else was in here? Hydra was here. Thank you for coming. And the real Mr. Weird. Thank you for coming. You don't see me right now. You're not hearing me probably, but thank you for coming. Yeah, so I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. And tomorrow I'll see you for a Guild Wars 2 stream. Be ready for me to be cursing and pissed off and banging my keyboard and just kidding. I thank you guys so much. Don't forget to mourn those in spiritual turmoil, and I see you tomorrow. Tschüss, zdravo, and bye.